My name is Chris. I'm a private investigator in sunny California, and I'm also the CEO of Strike National Investigations. And today, you're going to get exclusive access to watching one of our real undercover operations. So you're going to get to ride along with me in the car. Come on, let's go. Okay, so right now we're in Glendale, California. We're actually en route to meet with our surveillance team. The individual that we're investigating, we learned that he's in a rock band, and apparently he's supposed to have a concert today. By the way, just to give you a little bit of background, he's claiming to be totally disabled, so it'll be interesting to see how he's able to perform in a rock band. One of the things that we utilize that you see here on my phone is we have live GPS for our investigators. We see where they're located right now. It seems like they're in downtown Glendale. We're about 10 minutes away, so we're scrambling to try to get there as quick as possible right now. I did chat with our lead investigator, and he informed us that our individual that we're investigating, he's inside a restaurant right now eating. So that should give us a little bit of time to get there. Yeah, are you guys still at the Shake Shacks or you guys are moving?
The claimant's still at the Shake Shack, where we just stepped out of the Shake Shack. This one's Colorado and Brand.
Copy that.
ETA?
Down the block. So our individual's still at the Shake Shacks, and we're circling around so that we can station.
The other band members were barely arriving at the Shake Shack.
Gotcha. So probably they'll be there for a minute or so.
Yeah.
And as soon as we get there, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna triangulate with our other two investigators that we have there, to be able to see where they need us. And that way, once our individual comes out, then we'll be able to have different angles covered. Because I don't know if you guys can see, but if you look at this particular area, there's a lot of traffic, congested, a lot of turn signals, a lot of everything. So yeah, it could make it a little bit difficult when following somebody. You can get stuck somewhere. Where exactly is his car parked?
He's parked like two businesses down from the actual concert place.
On Brand, right? Not on the backside?
Yeah, on Brand, that's closer to like Naples.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I'm on Colorado and Brand, right on the corner of the Shake Shack. Just want to see where his car is at so that we can figure out where you guys need me stationed.
He's appearing to head back towards his vehicle on Brand.
Copy. Is he on foot?
Yes, he's on foot.
Got it. What is he wearing?
He's wearing black pants with a jeans jacket, light jeans jacket, has like a black cross in the back.
Copy that. I'm at the intersection of Colorado and Brand on the left-hand turn to head down Brand south.
Copy that. He's crossing on Brand, directly across from you.
So our individual's right across the street. Over there I actually see him. So he's wearing a jeans jacket, and he's heading down the street. We're on the turn signal right now. One of our investigators is on that street. It looks like he's walking with two individuals, and they're heading down, just passing through the Yoshinoya right now. We just got the green, so we're gonna just turn off our lights to make sure that doesn't grab any attention or anything. But actually, right here, so make a turn here. so we can head back and show you guys where they're entering. You'll see that's 3 of us, and we got one of our investigators down here. We got myself moving as we speak, and then we got another investigator up here, and they're walking through this block. And so that allows us to be able to keep tabs on them pretty quickly and closely without really grabbing their attention. This is our individual.
All right, the K-Man just crossed Chestnut, still heading towards the direction of his vehicle on foot.
Part of the surveillance operation is also being strategic. And one of our investigators just informed us that he's parked right across the street from the facility where our individual's at, yet his car is facing away, so the video quality is not going to be the same. And so what we're going to do right now is we're actually going to circle around. We're going to put our emergency lights so that we can hold traffic a little bit back to give him enough time to come out and pull back in. So now he's facing directly at the building, and the video quality should be pretty crisp. All right, Mike 3, you're clear. There's a red light, so this is a good time. Cool, looks like you're good.
Copy, thanks.
Once we're stopped like this, obviously, you know, there's people that come across like this guy and other people, and you know, it's not common for somebody to be walking around and see somebody with the radio inside a car and with the camera, and that may disturb some people. And so to make sure that we're grabbing as least attention as possible, we're going to utilize one of these tools that we can put in front. And like you can see, we're still able to see through it. So we can clearly see everything that's going on. But as you're seeing in the video right now, you're also looking at the outside angle, and from the outside in, nobody's able to see anything. And that allows us to look at, for example, this person, right, walking by, and they're clueless that we're inside the car watching them because they're not able to see anything inside. So that's just kind of one of the tools that we utilize while working undercover to keep us a little bit more undercover. So our investigator just informed us that our individual came out of the building there and is heading towards his vehicle. So he may just be grabbing something out from the car, but just in case, we're gonna be ready. In case he starts departing, then we can jump into action. And I'll utilize one of our cameras here, and you guys are gonna see the video. So as you're seeing, you know, he's putting on a backpack and they're grabbing some stuff out of the car. So it doesn't look like he's gonna depart anywhere. So they're closing the trunk right now, and looks like they're probably just gonna head back inside. All right, so we just came out from inside the concert. Our individual was very active. I mean, jumping around, doing all sorts of stuff. We did dismiss our other 2 investigators because they were here since like 7 in the morning. It's about 9 p.m. Right now. So it's just us. His car is parked right across the street, right there, one of the red cars. So pretty much right now it's just a waiting game. We're waiting for him to come out, and we're gonna follow him after. So our strategy is, since we're parked right across the street here, we do have that center divider that we have here. His car, as we can see, is parked right there, right in front of us. So what's gonna have to happen is that as soon as he comes off and he loads all his stuff, we're gonna have to come up here make a quick U-turn and then eventually catch up to him. One of the challenges that we need to keep in mind is that there is a red light here, so we need to keep that timing in mind, because there is always the risk that he can pass the light, then it turns red, and then we could potentially get stuck there. But we'll do the best that we can. So we'll see what time he comes out, and we'll go from there. All right, so our subject's coming out already, and he's approaching his car right now. Seems like he's gonna be loading his equipment. So he's right here. This is his car. So right here. So he's right inside the car. What we're gonna do is we're just gonna park here, and we have a rear camera right here, and so he cannot go the opposite direction of traffic, obviously. So he's gonna have to come down through here, and we have enough space here. Since it's a driveway, that we can just make a U-turn and follow him. That's it. Okay, so he's turning into that street right there. There he is. Oh, there's a bicyclist that was passing by, so. Alright, so he's the car right in front of this car here. So we have what we call a cover vehicle, which means he's the one in the front, and this vehicle here is pretty much obstructing his vision of us. He's coming up on the light here. We gotta be cognizant, because this person here, whoever's the driver, is a very slow person, so they put us at risk of basically, getting in the way. Now this guy's here, we're not gonna get right behind him. We're gonna continue down. As soon as we see him turn, yep, there he is. We're gonna make a U-turn. Want to slow down a little bit. Gonna peek, turn off our lights. Okay, there he is. He's at the front. We have our lights off, and I'm gonna turn him on now. That's just pretty much to give him the perception that nobody's right behind him. And then we'll play with our lights a little bit, put him high beams, low beams. So pretty much through his rear view mirror, it's gonna look different. Now the good thing with night surveillance is that when you look through a back mirror, all you see is just pretty much lights. So we can actually afford to get very close to him. It could get a little tricky if we're in streets like this where it's kind of empty. But, with the right moves, he would pretty much be clueless. So we're right behind him right now. As soon as the light turns, we're gonna let him move a little bit ahead of us. Gotta look, traffic. And so far he's a very passive driver. That means he's not too aggressive. So it allows us to give him some space. This is a fresh green here. So there's not really a concern that's gonna turn red right away. Making a right turn. We'll stick around here at the corner for a little bit. Look out for traffic. No traffic. Okay. Pedestrians, gotta look out for them. He's right in front of this car here, so we got a cover car. Again, concern is now we got a yellow light over there. This is green. Now we got another car that just went in front. And so, we're gonna move to this side just to keep an eye on him. And it looks like he's entering the freeway. So look, this car is very slow. So these are the type of cars that we need to watch out for. Because look, this guy's very slow, and right now we got about 5 cars in front of us, which means we need to catch up. I don't see where he's at now. I believe that car right in front. So that's the tricky part about night surveillance, is that it's very hard to see the colors of the cars. All I see is just black and gray cars. So you gotta stay a little tighter with them. Otherwise, wrong turn, you're gonna lose this person. I'm kind of going with how I think the headlights look like, which is that one. Could have gone over there, but I'm getting familiar with the shape of his car, and that matches the shape of his car in the rear flashlights. So, not flashlights, lights, tail lights. So let's see here. We gotta catch up to him quick. We gotta confirm that that's him, because it's already, yep, that's him. So, got merch here. All right, now that we know it's him, we're gonna give him some space. And we'll just cruise him. All right, so he's getting off the freeway now. We've been following him for about 10 minutes or so. Just turn his blinkers, so we're gonna slow down a little bit just so that we don't merge right behind him. Now that he's turning, okay, we'll merge here. We're gonna stay right behind the curve here. I can still see him, but he cannot see us. See, so we're gonna stay right close here. All right, he's going. Okay, good. All right, just look for upcoming traffic. So we got a couple of blocks of distance, so you know, there's always the danger that, okay, just like you guys saw right there, there's always a danger that could happen. And he's up there, so let's see here. Gotta be careful with traffic. He's still going up there. Gotta look at traffic here. And he passed that yellow light too, so we gotta catch up to him. Otherwise, we're gonna lose him. And he's turning right here, so we can cool off a little bit. All right, there he is. He's turning a little bit, and we got a red light over there, so we're actually gonna perform a maneuver where we come inside the street, we'll pop out again, and that's kind of gonna give them the perception that we're a different car that just came out of the street. That light just turned green, so we have some time, and there's a car that just went right behind him. Well, he just moved, but that would have been our cover car. All right, so we found him. We were actually circling around, and he pulled into his street. That's his car right there. So, you know, we obviously want to act normal. So we'll just put our emergency lights just like that car right across us is doing. And it looks like he's just going to be looking for parking. Alright, so he's right there. So as you guys see, we're just cracking our window a little bit so that we can basically document as he's going inside. There's not really a need to put our whole window down. We just need a little crack. All right. And he's out of view right at, it's actually not, yeah, 11, so. we'll call it a night. And he's back in, so that's it. That's it.